Welcome back, everybody. I hope everyone is doing well today, and let's get started. Our first root is tact or tang, meaning touch. And my first word is going to be contact. And contact means a state where two things touch. I'm going to go ahead and give you another example, and that is intact. And intact means with nothing missing. With nothing missing. I'm going to go ahead and use contact in a sentence. I'm going to say, I'm going to go ahead and read that to you guys. They made first contact with aliens. Moving on to our next root is tax or taxo, meaning arrangement. And I'm going to go ahead and give you the example word here, and that is syntax. And syntax means the arrangement of words. I'm going to go ahead and use syntax in a sentence. I'm going to go ahead and read that to you. Syntax is the arrangement of words in a sentence. Excuse me. Moving on to our next root is techno. Sorry about that. Techno, meaning technique. Or skill. I'm going to go ahead and use techno in a root and give you an example word, and that is technology. And that means the practical application of knowledge. Application of knowledge. I'm going to go ahead and use technology in a sentence. I'm going to go ahead and read that to you. Today's technology is amazing. Moving on to my next root is tele, and tele means far and distant. I'm going to go ahead and use that root to give you a word. First one is telephone, and telephone means device used to talk to distant person. I'm going to go ahead and use telephone in a sentence, but before that I'm going to give you another word, is television. And television means a device to view pictures from afar. I'm going to go ahead and use telephone, like I said before, in a sentence, and I'm going to say I'm going to go ahead and read that to you. She talks on the telephone at least 2 hours a day. Moving on to my next root is tempor, meaning time. And I'm going to go ahead and give you an example word, that is temporary. And temporary means lasting for a limited time. Lasting for a limited time. I'm going to go ahead and use temporary in a sentence, and I'm going to say I'm going to go ahead and read that to you. His stay is temporary. Moving on to my next root is term or termina, meaning end or limit. I'm going to go ahead and give you an example word, and that is terminate. And terminate means to end completely. Sorry about that. I'm going to go ahead and use terminate in a sentence. I'm going to go ahead and read that to you. The virus and the computer terminated the program. Moving on to my next root is terra. And terra means land or earth. I'm going to go ahead and give you an example word, and that is extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial, and that means existing outside the Earth. I'm going to go ahead and use extraterrestrial in a sentence. I'm going to go ahead and read that to you. Aliens, if they are real, are extraterrestrial beings. Moving on to my next root is tetra. Tetra. And tetra means 4. And I'm going to go ahead and give you an example, and that is tetrapod. And that means having 4 legs. Having 4 legs. I'm going to go ahead and use tetrapod in a sentence. And that is, I'm going to go ahead and read that to you. All dogs and cats are tetrapods. Moving on to my next root is theo, meaning God. And I'm going to go ahead and give you, and actually I'm going to give you 2 example words. One of them is monotheism. Theism, meaning belief in one God. Belief in one God. And my second word is going to be polytheism. And that means belief in more than one God. I'm going to go ahead and use polytheism in a sentence. I'm going to say Hinduism. Hinduism is a polytheism religion. Moving on to my last root, which is thermo. And thermo means heat. I'm going to go ahead and use this root to give you an example word, and that is thermostat. Thermostat. And thermostat means to control heat. I'm going to go ahead and use thermostat in a sentence, and that is sorry about that. I'm going to go ahead and read that to you. You need to turn up the heat to use the thermostat. That is it for now, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. See you next time.